Okay, people, today I'm going to talk about what makes mass shooters. How do people get to this point? And when I go over this list of things, you will begin to you might be able to piece together what we could do to stop them because so far we haven't quite figured that out yet. Um, First of all, it starts off with victim mentality. They collect injustices over the course of their lives, and they tend to have very good memories. They think about stuff and they think, okay, this person wronged me, that person wronged me, these people wronged me, that sort of thing. And as time wears on, their list of injustices, their collection, so to speak, builds. And so a lot of people have victim mentality. Our society has no shortage of victims. There's It's become quite trendy these days, to be honest. But if it were simply that, why aren't there more mass shooters? The answer is simple. A If you look, there are many ways to for these people to get revenge on society in ways which they won't go to prison. Like they'll become a judge who can give out really harsh sentences. They'll become a police officer. Um, they could become a military officer. They would love that. However, they don't always stay in public service jobs. They could go on to become a CEO or merely a manager, like a really asshole boss. They could start their own business and become an asshole to their employees. Um, there's just a whole bunch of professions that would attract these tyrants. And that being said, is what we have here is that for the people that do become mass shooters, they want more. They have this grand vision of themselves and tend to be very grandiose. They see that, you know, getting, they see, look at the work of other mass shooters, and they often tend to admire other mass shooters, those that went before them. They then start to plan, and they realize that, hey, if I just do this, I will be a superstar or whatever. They realize that they will be etched into history forever because nobody's going to remember those other things I mentioned before, like the cop or the DA or the judge or the CEO. Nobody's going to remember those people. And there's not going to be a Wikipedia article about them. With a mass shooter, there will be. Their deeds will be documented on the internet forever. And they will be burned into the minds of everyone who knew them forever. And they will be on every news channel and receive undivided attention, and everybody will be talking about them. See, that's notoriety seeking, you know? And the whole narcissism and grandiosity is, again, only part of it. Needless to say, there is no such thing as a happy mass shooter. You don't go into something where the end result will be your death or prison for the rest of your natural life without having a miserable ass life. It's just that simple. And there, pretty much everybody fears death or prison. So you may be asking yourself, how do they get to this point? Well, if your life is miserable and you don't care whether you live or die, is there really much anybody? Is there much of anything anybody can do to you? No, not really. And once you lose that fear, the world has no leverage over you. It has no power over you. It has no influence over you. And some of you might be going, how could they do that? It's just wrong. It's just sick. Excuse me? You don't get it, do you? These people hold society responsible for for the injustices, real or perceived, that has happened to them. And as a result, they're not going to listen to society's morality tropes. They're just not. Because would you listen to somebody who you blame for all your ills on if they try to impose morality on you? I don't think so. Now, I'm sure a lot of you watching this, most of you watching this, and probably all of you watching this, because I don't get that many views. I hope this video will get a lot of views, but it probably won't. That being said, you would probably be content to going on living your normal life rather than receive everlasting notoriety. That may be so for you, but that only works if you have something to live for, and there's a small number of people out there who think that they don't. Well, actually, a lot of people, but some of those people decide to go on a killing spree, and they also hold the world collectively responsible for what has happened to them. A mass shooting is kind of a form of collective punishment to the world. They again hold the world and other humans responsible for the ills that they, real or perceived, has happened to them. And the idea of just blazing through a crowd of people and indiscriminately slaughtering them with no repercussions, for even if it is until the police arrive and decide to hang out outside while they do their horrible shit, is very empowering. And I guess they would rather, die, so to speak. It's kind of a dying on their feet rather than living on their knees sort of thing. And that being said, is that will be all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all. Peace.